Hey guys, what's going on? It is Razgs here, and welcome to episode 8, I believe it is now, of the Brexit show. Today, obviously, we've had the Queen's speech, and we're now just going to talk through the summary of the politics that's happened today. So, Jeremy Corbyn has condemned the government's planned legislative programme outlined in the Queen's speech as a farce. Pardon me, I've just had food. As he signalled he would back a general election that could deliver a Labour government within weeks. I see this as delusional, quite frankly. I don't think the electorate are silly enough to support a man who never supports Britain, whose economic plans would destroy our economy within weeks of a Labour government taking office, and within I bet 48 hours would have the Islamic State leader in number 10 having cups of tea with him. The man basically, as outlined in an interview with GMB involving John McDonnell, where he wasn't prepared to say whether we would use our nuclear weapons if in the very scary and unfortunate event we had to use them. Same goes for Diane Abbott, who said the exact same thing. And then you've also got John McDonnell as well, whose economic policy, like I said about Corbyn, their economic policy would destroy our economy, and I've read it would cost our economy within billions. So I don't think anyone's silly enough to support these two men who, as well as their economic threat and their relations, obviously, everyone knows about Corbyn visiting the grave of a terrorist, of inviting a terrorist who was suspected of a terrorist attack, inviting him into Parliament. Surely people aren't silly enough to support this man. This man is a danger to our country, and he must never be allowed to have the keys to Downing Street in any circumstances. A Labour government would cause chaos within weeks of taking office, and we all know that. So, yes, the only way he'll win power is if the corrupt and dangerous vote of confidence vote snuck him into Downing Street, which I want to say now, my opinion on a vote of no confidence is a farce. Right? That is a true farce. The people elect a government. Yet apparently in that government, during that period of either the full 5 years or whenever it is, let's just say the 5 years, Parliament can take away that democratic mandate, can take the government out of office because they don't agree with their politics, and is able to elect their own government. Now, if a vote of confidence went through and it got passed and Corbyn became Prime Minister, he would be our Prime Minister and Labour would be the party in government in power. How on earth does a party who lost the referendum somehow become in power? I'm sorry. I believe the way to sort something like that out would be a way for the people, the electorate, to be able to sort. I don't know how it would work, but I'd like to see something where the electorate could call an election early, if it reached a certain amount of signatures. But maybe they put a limit on it because the electorate, they'd probably just start doing it every 2 minutes, like they would want to, like the Remainers want to do with a referendum. So yeah, that's what I think about the no motion confidence. And yeah, we elect the government to govern. Why hasn't the Boris Johnson administration, as well as the Theresa May administration, been able to govern? Because let's face it, it's been Parliament governing the country. The government haven't been able to do their jobs because of this disgrace of a parliament and because of this disgrace of a speaker. So that's my opinions on that. So yes, that's what Corbyn said. There's going to be prison reform. Charities have condemned the government's enthusiasm for extending minimum prison terms as for politics of a lynch mob and an unnecessary duplication of existing judicial powers. Boris Johnson received a boost today when one of the most hardline Tory Brexiteers, he was a Brexit Spartan, didn't vote for Theresa May's deal at all on any of the three occasions, said that he would back Boris Johnson's revised plan for an alternative to the Irish backstop. The man in question is, of course, Lee Rowley, who, like I said, was one of the 28 Brexiteer Spartans who voted against Theresa May's deal 3 times. He, of course, opened the Queen's Speech debate today. And I must say that was a very good speech. I really thought that was a great speech. Boris Johnson will not resign if his Queen's Speech is voted down by MPs, Downing Street has said. Which he won't resign. The only way he'll resign, I think, is if there's a confidence vote and he has to let go of the job. But there has been talk, apparently Boris simply will ignore it and think right now, if Parliament are silly enough to call a confidence vote now, it takes, I think, 14 days for either a new government or the current government to win a confidence vote motion. So, I may be absolutely wrong in this. I've never lived through, obviously, a confidence vote. But could that mean the possibility of the current government just sitting there until the 14 days are out, which will take us to the 28th? But, there's obviously not going to be one called today, so let's, I don't know, maybe one's called on the 19th, or I think the 17th is when Boris is meant to request an extension if there is no deal agreed. So I don't know, let's say the 20th, so that's like 3 days, so that'd be Friday, Saturday, Monday, so let's say 4 days, let's say the 21st. If he sits there for 14 days, we leave the European Union. Then what happens? I'm guessing they would then somehow manage to force through a government, because I think at that point they would be really desperate and would allow a Jeremy Corbyn government. But then, obviously, would the 21 Tory members who were expelled from the Conservative Party, would they back a Corbyn government? I don't think they would. As much as I don't like people like Hammond, I don't think he would support a Labour-led government. So, there's some questions to be answered. What I can see is Boris Johnson getting a deal that's maybe he's like a deal where we all know what he outlined when he sent the letter, was it last week, when he put down his markers for what he wants in a Brexit deal. I reckon part of that will be watered down where he's buckled, and I think we'll end up with a weaker Brexit deal, which I think Parliament will back, because apparently there are numbers in Parliament for this type of Boris Johnson deal, and I think that deal will get through and we'll leave on October the 31st. That's my conclusion I'm coming to at the moment, but who knows, we've got two weeks and a couple of days until we're meant to leave the European Union. A lot can happen in 2 weeks. We could have a new government, we could have, I don't know, Boris the Conservative Party taking Parliament to court over the law. A lot can happen. Boris might eat his own words and extend Article 50. We just don't know at the moment. I hope he doesn't, because I do like Boris Johnson, and I am a Conservative. I'm a Conservative member. I think I said this a couple of weeks ago, a couple of days ago even, I joined the Conservative Party the day Boris was elected. I'd always been a Conservative, but the reason I didn't join earlier was because of the Theresa May administration. So, yeah, I just couldn't join under a Theresa May government. And as you guys know, my favourite MP, Jacob Rees-Mogg, is Leader of the House, part of the Cabinet, and MP for the Conservative Party. And yeah, the Conservatives, I think, are the best party to get us out of this Brexit mess, with a deal or no deal if we have to. Because I think a vote for the Brexit Party is not a vote for Brexit, as much as I like and respect the Brexit Party and wouldn't mind at all seeing them take power. And if Boris fails to deliver and does extend, obviously my support will go to the Brexit Party. There is a part of me that thinks, hang on, well, a lot of me thinks, if everyone votes Brexit Party, there's obviously going to be loyal Conservative members. That splits the vote, and there's a very high chance that we end up with a disgusting Labour government. So I think Boris knows what he got to do. I hope he sticks to it, and I hope he ignores Parliament. I'm sorry. I know Brexit is about regaining sovereignty to our Parliament. However, you have regaining sovereignty, but then you have Parliament deliberately going against the people for the last 2 years and making a mockery of us. That's all they're doing. They are making a mockery of the people, and they're openly going against the people now. You know. So yeah, that's all I've got to say in today's Brexit show episode. This is coming out a bit later than usual. It's just, I've been a bit busy today. I'm not sure if there will be an episode tomorrow. I'll keep you updated on my Twitter. If you don't know my Twitter, it's literally called Raz Does Stuff. My Twitter is the exact same name as my YouTube channel. So yeah, keep an eye on the Twitter, because I'll post on there if I am or if I'm not going to be uploading a Brexit show episode tomorrow. It's just I'm very busy tomorrow, and I don't know if I'll have the time to post a Brexit show video. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe. And yeah, I will be back, if not tomorrow night, the tomorrow night after, with another episode of the Brexit show. Cheers and goodbye.